Hello everyone, welcome to the Repels family and thank you so much for being here. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you why I do not grow my kids' natural hair out with hair extensions. Let's get started. As we all know, children are born with extremely sensitive and tender scalp. While some babies are born with a head full of hair, others have their hair growing in several stages. Irrespective of their rate of growth, one thing that cuts across all children is how fragile their hair and scalp is. We are all born with a number of follicles, and throughout our lifetime, the number of follicles do not change. It is predetermined by our genetics. Therefore, we must ensure that we engage in healthy hair practices that does not lead to permanent damage of our hair follicles and also our scalp. Today, I'll be sharing with you why I do not grow out my kids' hair with hair extensions. Generally, most hair extensions, especially the synthetic ones, are made out of acrylic or nylon. And these extensions go through a lot of chemical processes for us to achieve the state in which we get it. However, the chemicals that are used to produce these synthetic hair may have effects on our skin. And as we all know, our scalp is an extension of the skin on our body. Some of these effects may be irritations on your scalp, or if the hair extends to any other part of your body, then you may experience itchiness there. It can cause irritations on your scalp and inflammations on your scalp. You may have some redness or some sores on your scalp. And these are things that I try as much as possible to stay away from. It is important to wash synthetic hair very well before you use it, but I just want to totally avoid it. Another characteristic of synthetic hair is that it feels quite strong, tough, and dry compared to human hair. So when we braid or twist our hair with synthetic hair, and in the process of doing so, we intertwine it with our own natural hair. And this can cause abrasions on the hair cuticles that can lead to breakage. The point we've discussed so far is basically addressing synthetic hair, but please do not be quick to jump to the conclusion that it is okay to use human hair on your kids' hair. At least for me, I do not use any form of extension, be it synthetic or human hair. Both synthetic and human hair can be a little bit heavy when we apply it on our kids' hair. It can weigh down their hair. When we try to hold the roots of the hair with synthetic or human hair, or in general, as I'll be putting it going forward, in general hair extensions, we need to firmly hold the hair at the roots of their hair to ensure that the hair extension does not come off. And gripping their hair at this stage in their life that tight can be detrimental to their hair follicles. Additionally, using hair extensions can be heavy on the kids' hair. When we apply it to their own hair, it's going to weigh their hair down, and in the process of pulling their hair down, they may lose some hair, and it's going to cause some bald patches. It's going to thin the hair that is on their nape area and also on their edges. As we previously mentioned, children's hair and scalp is really sensitive, it is tender, and it is fragile. So the repeated use of hair extensions, be it synthetic or human hair, can be detrimental to their hair follicles. It can lead to the constriction of the hair follicles, and with time they may experience alopecia. And as you all know, some alopecia cannot be treated. It can lead to permanent scarring of their hair at the frontal line, and sometimes too you have some bald patches that may never grow out again. Kids are really young, and at the time of birth, even at the time of birth, their scalp bones are not fused together. It takes a while for it to fuse together to enable the brains in the scalp to grow and develop. Children's brain mature at the age of 13, and if anything, we need to be extra careful, extra cautious, pay attention to what we apply on our kids' hair, pay attention to how firm we hold their hair, be it with extensions or with their own hair. Another thing that may result from us using hair extension is that because we need to hold their roots firmly, aside their hair coming out or being pulled out of their scalp, they may experience discomfort, they may experience pain. Yes, even as adults, when you get your hair braided at the salon, you may experience some pain that may last for a day or two, and in some instances several days, and some people need to take off the braids to feel at ease. And yes, they may experience headaches. And this is not something I'm willing to put my child through. I feel kids are young and there are several other things that I can do on their hair for their hair to look beautiful, for it to look presentable, without allowing them go through such discomforting experience. They need to enjoy their hair. They need to enjoy the process of their hair being done. And if at a tender age they associate pain with their hair getting done, then they are going to develop a routine where they are not going to love their hair. One important thing to mention is that, as we all know, kids love to play. They love to wrap their hair on the floor, on the ground, wherever they find themselves. So it is important to keep their hair moisturized in between wash days. And for me, using their own hair, braiding it in a protective style without using any hair extension affords me the ability to moisturize the hair, to get the products in there, to redo their hairstyles very well in between wash days without having to take down their hair extensions. And even if you do not take your hair extensions down, it's quite a struggle to get it moisturized compared to it having no hair extensions. Yes, we know that it is important to grow out our kids' hair, and one of the ways that by which we can grow out our kids' hair is by protective styling. However, the point here is that using low manipulative protective styles ensures the growth of our kids' hair. It ensures that we do not expose their scalp to any form of harsh conditions that may cause their follicles to be damaged. It ensures that they enjoy the process of their hair being done, and it also affords us the ability to get their hair moisturized in between wash days. So with that being said, what are some protective styles that we've been engaging in? And this is low manipulative protective styles that we've been engaging in to grow out my little girl's hair, my oldest daughter and my youngest daughter's hair as well. We've been generally installing two-strand twist, braids, using hair bands. Yes, and using the hair band, there's nothing wrong with it. I try as much as possible after holding their hair in a band, I run my fingers along their hairline, along the hair, and if it freely moves, if the hair freely moves, then it means it's not too tight. I ensure to engage the kids in the process of doing their hair, asking them, is it too tight? Do you feel comfortable? Then it means that I can go ahead. You can also install cornrows, flat twist with their own hair but without hair extension, and it goes a long way to grow out the kids' hair. It ensures that as they grow, they keep their hairlines, they do not lose their edges or their nape area, and their hair and scalp is given a good environment to grow, flourish, and be healthy. So one may ask, at what age is it good to use hair extensions on kids' hair? And according to the science of black hair, from the age of 7, it is okay to use hair extensions on kids' hair. But for me, in my opinion, I feel that at the age of 10 is good. But I did not, yes, my daughter turned 10 and I did not use any hair extensions. She's turning 11, and I feel that anywhere from the age of 10 onwards, it's okay to gradually introduce them to hair extensions. But in case you are using synthetic hair, please try as much as possible to treat it. Wash it very well, get out as a good amount of the chemicals that are used to produce them, and yeah, it will give you some time also for yourself and take care of other things. Give them a switch. So that is all for today. It will be interesting to know your thoughts on using hair extensions on kids' hair, and if you do, which styles do you like to install the most? Thanks so much for watching. Please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends and family. As always, you are a repel because you are precious. See you in the next one. Bye!